Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I would like to present you a first video of a short series about this new product I got recently, Leviathan version 3 optical electronic trigger unit made by Jefftron. So what is it, this Leviathan version 3? This is, in two words, a very advanced electronic trigger unit with built-in wireless communication via Bluetooth and a lot of different features that will convert your gun to a very advanced weapon, and you can configure a lot of different configurations for different types of game you are playing. DMR, LMG, whatever you want, you can configure it with this unit. So let's see what is it in the box. You get the user manual book, which is very advisable to read. There are some tips and tricks that will save you some headache and pain when installing it. You have a set of stickers for your selector plate for AK family and for G36 family. Then you have the module itself, and then you have a couple of plastic bags with screws, spring, and the stickers for the trigger assembly. So the unit itself is single board, very thin, so you can easily slide it through the hole where normally your trigger switch assembly is built in. You have already built-in fuse, and it comes of course with DINS T connectors. So now a couple of words about unit itself. You have here a pair of optical sensors for the sector gear. Here you have a pair of sensors, this one for your trigger, a password reset button. So if you forgot the password, you can reset it by holding it for several seconds. And also there are several different pads you can use for additional inputs or outputs, like here, and on the other side it's somewhere here, the output one. So you actually can connect AUG trigger, for example, or you can connect a relocated trigger, for example. And also you have the output pads, so you can connect the tracer assembly, like mine, for example. I have a tracer assembly built in the hop-up unit. So more details about the unit itself you can take from the user manual and from the website of Jefftron. Now let me show you how easy it is installed. Basically what you have to do is very carefully slide it through the opening for the trigger assembly, and now it's in the gearbox. Now you only have to align the sensors here with your sector gear. So what I do here is I push the unit in the most left, in the most close to the sector gear position. This way you are ensuring your sector gear will be detected properly by the sensors. Now all you need is just to fix it with the screw. Please use this semi-transparent washer that is delivered with the unit itself. And also I'm using the original screw of the gearbox, because the screws delivered with the unit are metrical M2 and are not compatible with all the gearboxes. Will be compatible with retro arms because they also use M2 here, but will not be compatible with, for example, LCT gearbox, CIMA, E&L, as they use the other type of screws here. So basically you just screw it in place. Make sure it's aligned, so you have to ensure that the distance between the unit and the bushing or ball bearing is the same. For me it's most left lower position from my point of view, so I just fix it here so unit sits tightly, it's not moving, and you can proceed now with the test of the sector gear detection. So to do our test we will obviously need the Jefftron software, a battery, and the sector gear. So I will install the sector gear and connect the battery at once. It's no problem to do it like this. At least I didn't find any problem with just connecting it without the motor, just the unit itself. So basically the unit is controlled via the Bluetooth, and in the device you have, for me for example, this is an Android tab. You have to enable Bluetooth and you have to enable the geolocation on your laptop, on your device, and then you can see the device is already detected here. Let me put more light on the... So we just connect to our device. It asks for a password. I didn't reset the password, so the standard password is 1234, and you are asked if you want to change your password. For the moment I don't want to change the password. A firmware upgrade I will do later. So basically you have here all the settings you can configure, a lot of different settings for this unit. There are no different versions like basic, advanced and expert from Gate, for Gate Titan or Gate Aster units. So all the features are already enabled here. So you have semi, burst, binary trigger, all these different options. What's interesting for us now is to configure, and I'm start to cycling the sector gear, and here you can see the detection of cycle. I hope you can see it. So basically now the sector gear is detected correctly. That's what I wanted to test right now. You can proceed with the further assembly of the gearbox. So a couple of words about the delivered spring. You can find it in the box, and these trigger pads. Basically the spring is a real feel spring. So what it does, you attach it according to the manual like this, and it gives an extra tension in your trigger pull. These pads are actually provided so you can configure the length of your trigger pull when the shot is shot actually. So basically what you do, you add this padding here on this part, or even thicker, but here you have to cut the, here you have to cut it yourself. Here is pre-pressed. So basically what it does, it makes this part taller, so the trigger will be engaged much earlier with the trigger pull, like this. It's a bit so like this. When you have more foam here, one of these parts or both, so the trigger sensor beam will be broken faster, so you will have to do a shorter trigger pull to make a shot. So now the gearbox is fully assembled, and let me prepare the sticker for the selector plate. So basically I take one for AK family, as it is an AK gearbox, and I glue it like this. So basically it starts from the cutout here towards the rear of the gearbox. The white part of the sticker is for safety, the black part is for full auto, and the striped part is for semi-auto. So basically, if you want, you can even remove the blocking latch here from your physical safety and just use the electronic safety, for example. So you glue the sticker on the inside of the selector plate, and please ensure you don't have any sharp edges over here, as the selector plate is installed like this with the sticker sliding over the gearbox. It can wear out with the time, but okay, for now I will use it like this, and you get a lot of spare stickers, so should not be a problem at all. So now let me quickly assemble the selector assembly. And we will also need to calibrate the optical sensors. So the selector is assembled, working as it should. Just connect the battery. You hear the buzz, means that the unit is operational. And now let me connect the device again. Now we go to this middle part, the inset settings, and do the optical sector calibration. AK family, continue. So now it's on safe. Now we see it's on full auto. Over here you see actually the percentage of the light detected. So now it's on the safe, continue, put it on the semi, put it on full auto somewhere here, and let's finish it. Optical calibration is done. So basically now I can try to shoot the unit. Looks like I have some problem. Yeah, it's buzzing. Error log, synchronize. Doesn't show me any code, which is weird. Okay, let me troubleshoot it a bit offline.
A few moments later.
So I'm not really sure what was the problem. It looks like I had to probably save the settings first to the profile of the unit. I've just loaded my previous profile. I've been configured already when I was trying the unit for the first time. So now basically what you can see, if you move the selector, the auto is detected, and now if you move it further, the semi is detected. Basically I put it in semi, you see also trigger and cycle detection, and now if I put it in auto, I have configured a burst of 3, Alright, this is for the AK configuration, but now it will be the most delicious part of this video, as this gearbox, as you probably could see based on the top cover latch, is from AS Val or VSS, made by LCT Airsoft. And the installation of the selector plate for that one, as you know, is quite tricky. Let me remove this. Using it. So why I say it is tricky, because the LCT 9x39 series is using this kind of selector switch, and once you install it, you see it is not engaging the optical sensor right here. It slides a bit over with a tiny corner, but in normal operation it resides somewhere here and goes upwards, so it will in no case cover the sensor over here. So I've played, of course, a little bit with the configuration, and I came to the following solution. As the safety and the mode, the operations mode are separated on this gearbox, I just came out with this solution. So I took the part of the selector plate sticker and put it on the selector like this. So basically now it slides over the sensor like this, and you have to see on your own gun, if you're installing it on AS Val or VSS, where the firing mode is switched. So for me it was in this configuration. For you it might be a little bit different. Basically it depends on where the stripe part and the black part are hovering over the sensor like this. So basically I get something like this. I just placed it with some black Tesa duct tape. It's temporary solution. I will probably put some carton over it. So let me install it. And I'm using a screw here to limit the travel of the selector plate. This is the same selector plate I'm using for my gearbox with gate Titan on the AS Val, like this. So basically this is the normal operation of the selector plate. So now I have to reconnect. One, two, three, four. Okay. Now let me go here. Select the profile I have already configured. I've loaded the profile. Now we see here it is detecting the semi, and if I move it a little bit, it jumps over to full auto. So this is the main idea. And now let me take everything offline and put the gearbox inside the body, and to see if it's actually working like this. So now I have put the gearbox in the body. Let's see how it works now. So for now this is the physical safety, so trigger is not moving, and as you can see, firing mode set on semi, so meaning this selector plate sensor is detecting the striped part of the sticker. So now I'm on safety. Let me give it a shot. So you see the trigger, the cycle are all detected. Now to put it on full auto, I just push the selector switch, this one, behind the trigger to the left, meaning it goes to the full auto, and as you can see, the full auto is indicated also in the tool. I have configured it for the burst of 3. You can reconfigure it, of course, as you wish. So now let's go back to semi. This is working. The proof of concept is successful. Now I will assemble the gun completely, and maybe in a week or two I will be able to do a decent field test for this gun. So for this, now it will be the conclusion of the video. If you want to make it work, you can make it work. Jefftron, thanks a lot for a good product, very feature rich. You can see it's all the full list of features. You can configure the burst mode, the trigger, the rate of fire, you name it. All right, this will be it for today. I will conclude this video, the first video. I will shoot another one once we are allowed to go in the field to do a decent field test. With this gun, I of course have more work. I will need to do a proper cable management. I will need to assemble it already. And also I would like to solder the wires to connect my tracer hop-up unit. But it will be, not for now, it will be for the coming days. Basically, the conclusion is very feature-rich unit, very easy to install. You just need to be careful with the installation and alignment, but you will have a lot of fun with this unit. So guys, don't forget to put the thumbs up under this video. Subscribe to YouTube channel. You can share this video. It's free to share, of course. We'll see you later. Don't forget Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Subscribe, like, follow. Bye.